Day number 2, we got pulled over again. Now what's going to happen? They will ask for drugs, which I don't know why. Then they're going to get the dog and search the car again. Same old, same old. Saying I got pulled over because my tail light is out. Not sure how.
Riley, do me a favor. Roll this window up halfway and roll this one down halfway.
Okay.
Let me check your tan. It looks a little dark. A little bit more, like right up there. Perfect. Now roll this one down. There, that's good.
Alright.
You know what the tint is supposed to be? The laws.
Well, how it did
light
was when I got
through.
the tints, I told her to make it legal, so that's all I
You
got.
told her to make it legal?
Him to make it legal.
Him to make it legal? Okay. But you don't know what it is? Alright, that's 21.
Okay.
Okay. And that's 12. Alright, so here's the deal.
Okay.
The front has to be 28% or more, and the back has to be 15% or more. Okay, so you're in violation on all 4 windows if these two are the same as those two. Okay, those are all separate citations and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So just give me another second here. We're gonna work through some of this stuff. All right.
Okay.
All right.
More money, more money. See that?
How you doing, man?
What's up? You checking the tints too?
What's that?
You checking the tints too?
No,
Okay.
I'm just looking around,
Okay.
hanging out. You all right?
Yeah.
All right, good, man. You
Okay.
recording me?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. I'm
What's
Officer
up?
Sloan with the Cleveland Police Department. Okay, step out here for me real quick so I can talk to you, please. Ashley Ferguson, search the vehicle. He's trying to give consent. That's your right, okay?
Okay.
So what's going to happen now is I'm going to run the dog around the outskirts of my vehicle. All right. I don't care if you record, but I have one stipulation about recording. Okay. The light cannot be shining in my eyes when you're doing it. So basically, the point is, okay. Thank you. Either put it down or you can turn the light off and just have it record without the light. All right.
Okay.
I'm also audio and video recording as well. So now we're all videotaping each other. Fantastic. All right. So I'm giving you the same speech I give everybody. Is there anything in the vehicle that will cause my dog to alert? I'm talking about illegal narcotics only.
Nope.
Nope. Nothing's been inside your vehicle in the last 24 hours that would cause my dog to alert? No? And you still don't want to give consent, right?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have you follow this officer. You're just going to stand to the rear of this vehicle over here, okay?
Okay. Right here's good?
What's up? Yeah, just
Right here, good. That's fine. So, yeah, the light. The biggest thing with the light is we would just distract the ghost. You know what I'm saying? Still don't know where you're going?
Telling you. It would make sense, but it would make sense, but I don't want
It would make sense what?
But I want to explain it to you because it wouldn't make no sense.
Okay, explain it to me. Well, we got time. We're just standing
It's
here.
like riddles. If you ever did riddles before in school,
Yeah.
it might sound stupid because you didn't get it.
Uh-huh.
You just say you're trying to imply like I don't make no sense.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? You should be more concerned for the drunk driver, but you're concerned about.
I'm gonna just let you know right now, though, that riddles are not defined to be used on a traffic stop and dealing with police.
What am I doing illegal?
I just explained the reason why I stopped you. Your tag lights, your
I
tint.
mean, a riddle's worse than what I said. What I said is just simple.
It's not though. It makes
It's
zero
simple.
sense.
Like,
How do you know? How do you not know where you're going?
Do you know where you're going
Yeah.
in life?
Yep. Everywhere.
Okay.
I'm not talking about life. I'm talking about where are you taking that
But what does
vehicle
it
to?
matter? Am I breaking the law? What if
I'm
I
just
wanted to
asking.
walk around?
I'm just
I can
asking.
walk in circles.
I ask the same
That's-
questions
that's
with
the-
everybody. I say, hey, where are you
So
coming
why
from?
you
Where
still
you
focus
going?
on the question if it's
Because
why is
it's
the body
weird.
so much?
It's weird. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
I've never had anybody in the history of doing this, and I've done hundreds of traffic stops.
So is
Ever-
it
ever
being
say
weird
they don't
making you upset or no?
No, it's not making me upset. It's just strange.
Okay. I'm gonna check my tail light, see what's wrong with it.
It's your tag lights.
All right. impact light.
With the tint, you gotta be careful because each window that is illegally tinted is a separate citation if we were to write citations. So I don't know whoever did your tint, but they obviously weren't listening or didn't know the law because they made all 4 of your windows.
Yeah, I heard different things going on.
Hey, this is straight from the Florida statutes, man. So here it is. Demonstrate my hang tight with him. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you one more time. Is there anything in the vehicle?
Nope.
Because we're gonna search.
Okay.
Nothing?
No.
Okay.
No, sir, I didn't catch your first name.
Ryan.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stand right over here, right, so we can look at each other and neither one of us have to look. No, you can stay right there. I'm gonna stand over here so neither one of us have to look directly into the red and blue lights. I have a seizure. So my dog lured into the car, and in fact, he was basically wanting to jump inside your passenger window as I was first walking by. Like I hadn't even told him to search for narcotics yet. He was already wanting to go up in there. All right, so I'm not accusing you of anything. Basically, in case you don't know, I'm going to try to explain it to you in the most common terms available. All right, is that if you, I don't know if there's anything in the vehicle. They're going to search the vehicle, okay?
There's nothing in the vehicle.
Okay, but let's just say 5 minutes ago, you could have smoked the biggest, like straight out of the movie Cheech and Chong, blunt on the planet. And if you smoked it all and it's all gone, there's nothing I can do about it. All right. I can't arrest you for what you used 5 minutes ago. I mean, unless you leave something behind, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you?
Correct.
Okay. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. Some people don't understand that, so I'm just trying to explain. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to say anything negative about you or anything like that, but some people don't understand it, so I try to explain things as best I can. So, with that being said, do you smoke marijuana or have people in your car that smoke marijuana? I'm only using that as an example because that's the most common one that I come across.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No. I don't smoke and no one smoke.
Well, what is it? Yes or no?
No. I don't smoke and nobody smokes in my car.
Have you ever had marijuana in your car?
No.
No? Okay. All right. I just use that as an example. That's the most common one I come across constantly, apparently. Well, then why is my dog... Like, I'm pulling on his leash and he's
hungry.
not...
A hungry person.
No. See, listen. Our dogs do not alert to cheeseburgers or nothing like that. They know when they get that special collar on and we're running out of cars, they're only looking for one thing and one thing only. And that's illegal narcotics. Alright? Because they technically get rewarded even when they don't find stuff, when they don't alert.
Okay.
So it's not like, they're trying to cheat or whatever.
So
and it's actually a bad thing if it happens too often that he's alerting and I don't find anything. Because it's going to happen, for the record. There are people that maybe they had drugs in the car and it's not in the car now, but the dog still smells it. So that's going to happen, but it kind of keeps us handlers in check too. So I can't just I'm going to make my dog alert because I don't like this person or whatever. Well, if I get too many of those, it starts to look bad on his reputation. And I'll tell you what, okay, my dog has a pretty good reputation and he doesn't fail me.
Yeah, okay, well, he's going to fail now. He's already failed. He's got to relieve it for the night or something. Because there's nothing in the car. Never been anything in the car.
Never been anything in the car. Okay.
And yeah, the first officer acting like I'm a criminal or something. I don't know what's his problem.
What made you think that?
Yeah.
I said no. I asked you what made you think
bring
that.
up drugs. I don't know.
We ask on every traffic stop.
They're from taillight to drugs.
No,
I said, when I ask for weapons, it makes sense, but whatever, safety, whatever.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
All right. How else am I supposed to find drugs? The most common way that we find narcotics, drugs, guns, things like that, or whatever, okay, is by traffic stops. So the way it works is, number one, we like to ask everybody about everything. They give consent, that's great. If they don't give consent and a drug dog's available, then we'll try to utilize a drug dog. It's not to say that we do it every time when people say no, because it's your right to say no. Some people just want to exercise their rights, and that's cool, that's fine. That's why they're there.
It's not even about right. I don't want to waste everybody's time.
It's not a waste of my time. I get paid to do this. So it's not a waste of our time. I say mine, our time as law enforcement. That's how we find drugs. I've never had somebody that I've pulled over for no matter what the infraction is, whether it's an equipment or moving violation or whatever, where I walk up to the window and go, oh man, I got a bunch of crack pipes in the back. So we have to go through the process. We ask you first, you got anything in there? Because sometimes if people are honest, we try to work with people that are honest, if it's something we can work with them on. Like tell me you got a dead body in the trunk. I mean, I can't work with you on that, you know what I'm saying? But, people, let's face it, a lot of people smoke weed. If they got a little blunt or something like that, just an example, and they're upfront and honest, we try to work with those people. So that's why we ask. And then the first step is we got to ask for your consent. Fancy word for permission. You give permission, great. It's not to say that we will search, but we have your permission. You say no, okay. Well, if the drug dog's available, great. If there's not one, oh well. I just happen to be available.
Okay, cool.
You have any other questions? I explained everything to you as best as I can.
Yeah.
You understand how it works now? It's not like on TV.
I understand how you. Probably the same on TV. I don't know. Maybe I don't watch cop shows like that much, whatever. But person that are criminals don't got warrants. Keep it moving. That's what.
Well, then I would be a crap cop if I were to just do that, because you know how many people I come across that we don't run everybody's criminal history on every traffic stop. We can't see everybody's full criminal history on a traffic stop. So I don't know what you've done, and just because I have actually come across people before that have actually never been arrested for drugs before. There's always a first time. Maybe they've just never been caught. Right? Does that make sense? Every criminal has to have the first time, right? Every person has to have the first time. I'm not saying you're a criminal, but you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has to have the first time they get caught. So just the fact they have no criminal history doesn't mean I shouldn't do my full job,
so based
right?
on your logic, anyone that moves, you're going to search them and ask them questions.
I ask on every traffic stop. That way nobody can ever say that I pick on anybody in particular or whatever. Every traffic, if you were to ever go through and ask every person I've ever pulled over, hey, what did this officer ask you when he pulled you over? Every single one of them, I bet my year's salary would say he asked me if I had drugs or guns in the car. Nobody will ever be able to say that I'm picking on a particular type of person, race, gender, creed, religion, whatever. I ask everybody. Now, there's other things I look for, like you in particular, you were kind of telling the officer that everything's good, your address is the same, yada yada. Well, that's not all true. He kind of asked you, where you headed to tonight. You said you didn't know. You're not lost, but you didn't know. So you were also kind of giving off some things that make us think, well, what else is going on here? Because if you were to stop me, I know where I'm going every time I'm driving.
But
I'm going to my mom's house.
About the wrong thing.
I'm going to Publix.
Concerned about the wrong thing. Or he is.
What do you mean he's concerned about the wrong thing?
He is. Why he worried about where I'm going? That's what I'm saying. If I'm breaking in the laws or something like that, it'll make sense.
But listen. Because we like to ask questions.
And I didn't.
Let me finish.
Okay.
We like to ask questions sometimes to see what your answer is. Because sometimes when people are nervous, when they're hiding things, they give off awkward answers to things. They screw up, or they give two different answers. If I ask them again, we're looking for all sorts of things, and you're giving off a lot of cues.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
If you got so any answer I give is actually a good answer because it give you a guide to where you want to go with it.
I'm saying it wouldn't leave any doubt in my mind.
If you got an answer, right, then why you keep on asking the same question?
If what?
Because why you keep on asking the same question? Because no answer is the wrong answer if you're just trying to investigate, right?
No,
so if I give an awkward answer, okay, then you should let the next officer know. You give an awkward, maybe hiding something. Okay, see,
Real
so I
quick,
mean,
Bob,
and the
what's,
All right,
answer.
the Officer Moore wants to talk to you.
Where's your trunk access? What?
You're asking me to show you.
No, just tell me.
There's really not no button. You have to turn the car on.
Turn the car on.
I unlock the door.
All right, they're almost done. Are you what's it called? You're a Lyft driver?
Uber.
Is that like Uber?
I have a Lyft account. I don't really use it that much.
You don't use it that much?
Yeah.
I just saw you had like a bunch of cards, whatever.
Yep.
When was the last time you gave somebody a ride?
It should be now, but oh well, they probably canceled already.
Okay, when was the last time you gave somebody a ride?
Today I gave like 10 today or something.
You give 10 people a ride today?
Sometimes 20, depends on the car I was working. Then I got my own personal customer that called me for rides. So yeah.
Make pretty good money? When was the last ride you had then? My question. You recall? An hour ago, noon today,
Like 3 hours.
3 hours ago? Well, where did that person sit?
Well, a lot of people I drive with Chinese people, and they don't do them.
Well, you don't know if you know, but especially some rates.
Yeah, they always,
Where did they sit?
Everybody sit in the back 99% of the time.
Okay.
99% of the time. Back. Or if it's one person, most likely to sit in the back right side.
Well, like I said, so far I don't think they found anything or whatever, so you'll probably be headed out of here real shortly. But you have a lot of different people in your car apparently, and that was the side of the car that my dog alerted to, was the passenger side. So I don't know if maybe you gave somebody a lift today. You said you gave 10 different people lifts today. Maybe they had something on them that you didn't know about. It's always a possibility. Whatever. Guess we'll never know. But here, Officer Morton's back. He's explained something to you.
Okay, here's your ID back. Okay. And today you are just receiving a warning, okay, for the tag lights. You're also receiving a warning for the tint. Okay, I'm not writing you any tickets tonight. Now, the only thing that I ask is that in the future contacts with us, if there are future contacts, hopefully there isn't, avoid all of this altogether. But if there is, listen, all you had to have said, I'm going to be honest with you, all you had to have said would be, hey, I'm a Lyft driver, I honestly don't know where I'm going, here's the address, you know, I'm going to pick someone up to do it. Is that what you were doing? Okay, that sounds a lot less suspicious than, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I'm not lost, but I don't know where I'm going. Because that makes me think that, okay, well, you don't want me to know where you're going because it might be involved in some kind of crime. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Does that make sense?
That was a line too, but I get what you're saying.
So that's a lot easier, because see, here's the thing. We're out here, we're trying to do our job, right? We're not trying to play fun, you know, have fun, play games, okay? Do riddles and all this other crap, okay? We got bigger and better things to be doing, and this is just wasting time, right? And which is your time, right? Now you're freaking late to this to your pickup, and you had to sit out here and all that nonsense, right?
Okay.
All right. So here's your warning. Like I said, there's nothing on the record. There's nothing, no points, no fine. You can chuck that in a trash can next time you see it if you want. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
You shake hands.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Be good.
All right. You too.
Yeah.
So go ahead and hop in. I'll move my car so you can get out of here. Okay.
Yeah. All right.